Okay, let me paint you a picture. India and Turkey, two heavyweights on the world stage. Big civilizations, ancient roots, G20 members. You've heard the headlines. But underneath that polished diplomacy, things are not great. India's out here playing a long game. Trade deals, quiet diplomacy, building influence. While Turkey, it's throwing jabs, taking swings on global stages, especially about Kashmir. It's like one side's playing chess while the other keeps flipping the board. So I had to ask, what's going on here? Why does Turkey keep picking sides? And why is it almost always Pakistan? And what happens if India, the quiet player, finally decides it's had enough? Let's unpack this piece by piece. India and Turkey seem like they're operating in different worlds. South Asia and West Asia. Totally different regions. But their stories go way back. We're talking centuries of trade routes, culture, and even Sufi influences bouncing between the Indian subcontinent and the Ottoman Empire. Fast forward to the early 20th century, Turkey's in the middle of a revolution, trying to break free from colonial wreckage. And something remarkable happens. Indian Muslims, still under British rule, actually rise up in support of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. They raise money, they protest, they call it the Khilafat movement. This is one of those rare powerful moments of global Muslim solidarity. Maulana Azad supports it, Mahatma Gandhi does too. Then 1947 rolls around. India gains independence, and Turkey is already a secular republic by then. In 1948, they formalize diplomatic ties. There's optimism in the air. Two secular democracies on paper, both post-colonial, both non-aligned, both hungry to shape their regions. And you see the fruits of that. Cultural ties, student exchanges, and even a bit of media crossover. Bollywood makes its mark abroad, and academic exchanges quietly grow. Defense talks happen, business deals, diplomatic visits. So yes, there was potential for something strategic, maybe even strong. But history only gets you so far before the gloves come off. And that's when the cracks start to show. Let's be honest, things have become a little tense. And if you're looking for a reason, it's Pakistan. Over the last few years, Turkish President Erdogan has gone all in on backing Pakistan. At the UN, at summits, in speeches. Again and again he brings up Kashmir, takes jabs at India's domestic decisions, especially after the removal of Article 370. And let's be real, that's not diplomacy, that's provocation. Erdogan's trying to brand himself as the global Muslim leader. His playbook? Showy support for Palestine, for Rohingyas in Myanmar, and yep, Kashmir. Meanwhile, India is launching spacecraft, signing massive defense deals, and hosting G20 summits, while Turkey keeps trying to force India into some global Muslim oppression narrative. And that's just echoing Pakistan's script. So it's no surprise that Indian public opinion has soured. You've got boycott calls against Turkish goods and against Indian tourists visiting Turkey. Cultural exchanges are cooling fast. And that goodwill, it's thinning out. Now here's where it gets weird. Despite all the noise, India and Turkey do business, a lot of it. Bilateral trade recently clocked in at just over $10 billion. India exports chemicals, steels, and textiles to Turkey, while Turkey sends back machinery, cars, and construction materials. So on paper, it's a win-win. But scratch that surface, and the imbalance is obvious. India's economy, $3.7 trillion and climbing. Turkey, around $1.1 trillion and grappling with sky-high inflation, a crashing lira, and fleeing investors. Indian firms are on the ground in Turkey, helping build airports, metro lines, and power infrastructure. Turkish companies, they're landing major contracts in India: highways, metro systems, and urban transit. But here's the catch: if India walks away, Turkey takes the hit, not the other way around. So while Erdogan gets loud on the world stage, it is actually India that holds the cards, which makes all this political posturing look less like strategy and more like desperation. Zoom out to see the big picture. India is emerging as the democratic counterweight to China. It's in the Quad with the US, Japan, and Australia. It's shaping tech policy, climate strategy, and global South leadership. Turkey? It's kind of a wild card. It's in NATO, but buys missiles from Russia, wants to join Europe, but flirts with authoritarianism, wants to lead the Muslim world, but often ends up looking isolated. And Erdogan, he's not afraid to play the religion card. In speeches, he often invokes Islamic unity, tying together causes like Palestine and Kashmir, and positioning himself as a voice for the Muslim world. It's not subtle. But here's the thing: the world is watching. And the more Turkey leans into faith-based rhetoric, the more it risks pushing away serious partners, countries that are laser-focused on economy, stability, and real alliances. India doesn't need to shout. It moves in silence, launching satellites, building billion-dollar startups, and hosting international summits. And people are noticing. So what now? Turkey's at a crossroads. It can double down on ideology, wave the flag, and keep playing the same tired narrative. Or it can pivot, get serious, focus on business, and step into the 21st century like a real strategic player. Because from India's side, the message is simple. You can disagree, and that's fine, but you can't disrespect. And if Turkey keeps choosing symbolism over substance, then India has options too. This isn't about egos, it's about future-proofing. And right now, Turkey's sending all the wrong signals. Thank you for staying with us and watching this video. If you like this content, we request you to click like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with family and friends. This will help us in consistently bringing more such detailed videos to you. Once again, thank you for your time.